I can only imagine what you guys had to go through.
Welcome to the Too Old or Pure Gold Movie Podcast. In today's episode, we're discussing the 1995 Western, The Quick and the Dead. The format of our podcast, two Gen Xers rewatch beloved movies from our youth to find out, are they really as good as we remember? To help us debate and ultimately pass judgment, we ask our millennial co-hosts to watch these movies for the first time and help us determine, are they too old or pure gold? I'm your host, Olen Vanderleeden, representing Gen X. Joining me today is my Gen X and would never survive the Old West co-host, Mathew Stockton.
Hello.
Representing the millennials this week, we have the most likely to enter a quick draw contest to get his dad's respect, Sean.
Hello.
And most likely to avenge someone's death, Anthony.
Good evening, guys.
And before we get into this episode, just a reminder, we need your support to grow this podcast, so please remember to like, follow, subscribe, so we can keep bringing you this content. Today's movie is the 1995 Western, The Quick and the Dead. The Quick and the Dead stars Gene Hackman, Sharon Stone, and Russell Crowe and Leo DiCaprio in early performances. The movie was directed by Sam Raimi, and although I remember this film well, I never knew it was directed by the Evil Dead director, and it makes a lot of sense in hindsight. The tagline from the movie poster is tight. Think you're quick enough?
That's a quick one.
IMDb describes the film as a female gunfighter returns to a frontier town where a dueling tournament is being held, which she enters in an effort to avenge her father's death. Now, for those of you that have not seen the movie, I asked my 93-year-old dad to watch The Quick and the Dead and summarize the plot.
If you like guns and shooting and beautiful horses, and not to forget, a beautiful young lady called Ellen, then this is your movie. Well, Ellen is a mysterious gunslinger who rode into a town called Redemption to seek revenge for the murder of her father, arranged by the brutal, self-appointed mayor, John Herod. Now, Herod was in the process of organizing a quick draw competition for a really, really big prize. And the problem was all participants had to either win or die. No other choice. Well, Ellen held back in the beginning, claiming she just wanted the prize money. So it took some time before Herod learned who she really was. And then he and the other competitors realized that she was a tough cookie. Another competitor was Herod's own son, he called the Kid, and who wanted to get his father's approval by participating and winning in a quick draw. And he was also enamored by the lady. What a way to earn your dad's or your lady's love. He died. Approaching the end of the movie, Ellen fakes her own death by blowing up the whole town. But then she reappears and in a final shootout kills Herod with a shot through his eye.
There you go. And I think for this one, I'll go first with overall reaction. So I just want to say to you guys, I have no idea whether you liked it or not, but this isn't an apology. I'm just saying, I know it's not the best Western of all time, but for me, I really remembered this film as being different and fun. So I really wanted to do this one on the episode and on the podcast and rewatch it. And for me, I thought, yeah, it's the same. I mean, it was still fun. It's a little bit like a comic book version of a Western, but I thought it was pretty cool. And by the way, Sharon Stone is hot.
She is.
What did you guys think? I'm giddy with anticipation here.
It was I guess it wasn't. It was a good movie. It was entertaining. I thought the movie wouldn't have existed if Valiant wasn't trying to get this guy killed so he could steal his wife. That's how I took from this.
I did not like this movie. It is not the worst movie that we watched, but for some reason, it gave me the most angry reaction of a movie we've watched, to the point where I actually walked out halfway through and had to come back later.
Oh, I can't imagine it was that bad. Matthew, what'd you think of The Quick and the Dead?
On paper it should work, but it doesn't at all. I think it sort of it's felt kind of like a comic book, or like a movie auditioning to be like Evil Dead 4: The Saddle Years or something like that. and her husband, can't remember his name. He looks like a midtown accountant from New York who's somehow wandered onto a Frontier set. Like
Agreed. He did not fit
he
in.
literally seems like an accountant that lives in Manhattan in the 90s who's in this Frontier set. It doesn't work for me at all. And it's visual. I think the camera is the most exciting part of this movie, the swooping and the twisting and the dollies and stuff like that. Other than that, I honestly did not like it at all, and I had a hard time getting through it.
It's funny you say that, because to me, the cuts were one of the worst things, because it was like someone so badly wanted to copy the spaghetti westerns, but didn't understand why they worked.
Interesting. Sean, why did you dislike it so much? I mean, I really enjoy this movie.
I mean,
and I knew this was going to be an interesting experiment, because I know it's not the greatest film, and this is the same group that did Pale Rider, and we all loved Pale Rider, right?
so there's probably a couple of things that work against it. One, I love a Western. So I had high hopes when it was a Western. Two, I actually made it about 15 minutes into the 1987 The Quick and the Dead before you texted back confirming which one it was. And I can tell you, between the 15 minutes of both those movies, the 80s one seems so much better, and I need to watch it now.
Okay.
But I think the thing that upset me the most, and this was not an uncommon thing from what I can tell of the generation, but they wanted to have a strong female lead character, but she couldn't be too strong because she was a girl. And so they had to go out of the way to undermine it so often in that movie after they set it up.
I didn't even notice that. I thought she was strong throughout.
She is maybe the wimpiest main character in a Western I've seen.
Oh, really? I thought she was good. Okay. Maybe this one is just me.
It just seemed, I don't know, it didn't have, like, it had the story, but it felt very forced and, like, very linear. There's no real, I wasn't really excited for what was going to happen next. I kind of already had it played out in my head how everything was going to go.
So, Matthew, nothing in this redeemable for you in this film?
No, I honestly, this is one of the few movies we've done where I really struggled to get through it.
Wow.
Yeah, I really struggled to get through it.
Yeah, I liked this film so much the first time I saw it that I've remembered it since it came out. And
Maybe did either of you guys see this one before? No, you haven't. Neither did I. So maybe you're just going on nostalgia, Olen.
Nostalgia is powerful.
It's a full nostalgia thing for sure. Look, we're right back to Tron, right? Where I think this is the same group that did Tron, where these guys were like, no, thank you. And, well, Matthew, at least that one you liked along with me.
Yeah.
Nostalgia's a strong thing. Okay, well, I mean, I like, that's why we do the podcast, to find out what people think about this. And interesting, Matthew, that you've never seen this before.
No. To be honest, I was never a big Western guy. I've recently kind of discovered some.
I love Westerns.
I've discovered the spaghetti Westerns, and my husband and I have been watching them, and they're quite entertaining. I'm getting into them again, like A Fistful of Dollars, and and that trilogy, and they're really good. And so I was like, okay, I'm into Westerns. This is cool. But then I watched this one. I'm like, no, this one isn't.
Well, okay, so this one was, for me, just fun. Loving Westerns, to have this sort of different kind of story to it. And I mean, there was some really good parts that I'll talk about. But on Westerns, so I wrote down my favorites. I wanted to ask you guys what your favorite Westerns are. Fistful of Dollars, Few Dollars More, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So the Man with No Name series, obviously good. Pale Rider, I love, and we did that one together, this group. Unforgiven and Tombstone we will do. Those are great westerns. And then Once Upon a Time in the West. That's my list. Sean, you like westerns. What's up there for you?
Well, it's hard. In many ways, I think the Man with No Name trilogy is potentially my favorite. But if you ask me to tell you what was like the best movie, the one that hit me the hottest, it's probably Tombstone.
Oh yeah, Tombstone's great. And I looked it up. The most popular westerns of all time: The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Once Upon a Time in the West, Unforgiven, and Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Never got that much into Butch Cassidy, which is interesting.
Yeah, I watched it recently. It holds up. It's pretty good.
I don't know. I've never been a big Western guy, but I thought I liked it after Pale Rider. But I think I just really like Clint Eastwood.
That's fair.
Well, that was a particularly good movie, and that one I would say is different for a Western as well. It was very low action, big story, kind of slow build, kind of a different formula. You'll like Unforgiven because it has the same sort of pace, and it's Clint Eastwood as well.
Perfect.
Unforgiven's a really good one. We also need to do the other ghost story one. I can't think of its name right now, but the other Clint Eastwood ghost one.
Oh, that's High Plains Drifter.
Yeah.
I just rewatched that like 2 months ago for like the 10th time. It's a great film as well. Okay, well, a couple of things I'm going to say about this is, first of all, I thought the actors were pretty good in this and pretty convincing. Gene Hackman is always a great cowboy. Like, he is always menacing. I thought he did a great job. Sean, you didn't like Sharon Stone in the lead role. I thought she was fantastic. Not only did she look amazing, but I thought she did a great job as sort of tough.
My problem is not the actress. It's the way the character was written.
Huh, interesting. And then I thought it was pretty cool seeing Russell Crowe and Leo in early roles. I mean, in
It
this,
was
just
such a young Leo.
he was 21. So just to give you a benchmark, Sharon Stone was 37, Gene Hackman was 65, Russell Crowe 31, and Leo was 21. And then it's interesting. Sharon Stone got her start in Total Recall. That was her first big film, and then she followed that with Basic Instinct, and by doing those two movies together, she had the power that she could get her own movie done, which was this. Okay, well, I mean, best parts on it, Mathew. I mean, there's got to be some good parts in this for you, Sean. For me, I do like that Sam Raimi style. The long shadows, the zoom in shots, the light through the bullet holes, I thought was super cool.
I just thought, you don't know how bullets work, do you?
No, obviously it's not realistic as to how bullets work, but it was cool.
Catherine made a really good point at one point where she's like, if they were leaning into it more, I would think this was an intentional spoof of Western movies.
Really? I feel like you and me didn't watch the same film, Sean.
Did we all just watch different Quick and the Deads?
Okay, Mathew, come on. You liked something in this.
Okay, Sharon Stone's cold stare before a gunfight. Just for 1 second, you see what this movie could have been, sort of the myth written through a woman's gaze, but it didn't get there.
Her
I
intro
think
was good.
Leonardo DiCaprio kind of stole every scene as a kid in a way, the cocky, vain, and doomed. And I think that he was pretty good. And some of the duels themselves are okay.
The duels were a mixed bag because many of the actors did not actually. I assume they didn't have the capacity to draw the guns themselves with the way it was cut.
They did a lot of training on the gun work. I thought they actually did a lot of interesting gun work on this.
Then it's a shame they cut it the way they did, because the way they zoomed into just the hands only for so many of the drawing shots made me assume they had to switch out actors.
I had it in the trivia that they did a lot of gun training on this, and I thought they did a pretty good job. And even that Lance Hendrickson scene where he flipped over the horse and then shot at the girl, he actually did that move too. Interesting, Mathew, that you liked Leo's role in this, because I did not. I thought he was the weakest link. I thought Gene Hackman was menacing. I think he's fantastic in everything he does. I thought Sharon Stone was amazing as the female lead. I thought she was convincing.
See, I thought Gene Hackman's bad guy routine was one of the worst parts. It was like reheated from Unforgiven leftovers.
It is similar. It's almost the same guy. It's exactly the same attitude.
Yeah, so just fucking get on with it and play a different part.
That was very, I feel like, the times, though. Like, actors just got stuck playing the same character.
Yeah.
It's not like the Man from No Name trilogy where the same actors play different characters
Yeah.
in the different movies.
Yeah.
Okay, so then let's just roll straight into the worst parts then.
Every single flashback, they should explain her rage, but they feel like you wandered into a bad soap opera. And the tonal confusion of the film, it can't decide if it's a spaghetti western, a parody, or a feminist reclamation, so it stands nowhere.
Can you just copy what Mathew said and put it where
Just banging against the door.
Let me vacuum the outside your door right now.
I'll leave that in because it's going to be the only good part of this podcast. Okay, why don't I just roll into telling you guys how this movie did, because it sounds like there's not too much to talk about.
What about best lines?
Well, here's the funny thing is I've got a ton of best parts on this, very few worst parts, and I'll just read them to you. I like the best parts. I like the shots. I like what Sam Raimi did with it to be different. I liked the shooting of a noose. I think fantastic, cool scene.
Also a copy, though.
Yeah. Well,
it was.
I know it's a copy, but it's like saying a western where they're having gunfights. Of course, everybody was.
That guy's on a horse, you thief.
It's a copy.
Yeah, like, I mean, they had spurs in this film. That was copied too.
Olen's getting defensive.
This is going to be the podcast where I flip the table and walk out.
I'm not playing Monopoly anymore.
And now Sean and Mathew are having a good time.
We are. This is fun.
Okay, favorite lines? You want favorite lines? I got favorite lines.
I'm gonna kill you if I have to ride all the way to hell to do it. Was one of my favorite lines. That was a good line.
There's no rule against ladies. Ladies just can't shoot worth a shit.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
I'm not sick or old, and you're not half the man I am.
You can't be my son? Why not? You can't remember all the women you've been with.
Your mouth is getting faster every day. Too bad your hands are so slow. See, there was good stuff.
I liked the line, and I do think this was one of her stronger moments where I don't remember his name, but the really scarred guy got right up in her face and is like, "You're pretty. You're not."
You're not.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys how this movie did. So, according to Box Office Mojo Worldwide, The Quick and the Dead was the 85th highest earning movie at the box office in 1995. I guess you guys aren't surprised by that.
I want to know what it beat.
Okay, I'll tell you. First of all, the thriller 7 was the leader at the box office this year. And The Quick and the Dead was beat by Jumanji, Waterworld, Casino. No surprise. It was also beat by Free Willy 2. Okay, maybe you guys are in the right on this. But it's not the bottom. So here's what it beat. It beat Clockers. It beat Jade. Mathew, remember that with David Caruso?
No.
Okay. And it beat Top Dog, in which Chuck Norris and a sheepdog are a crime-fighting team.
I want to see that now.
Chuck Norris and a crime fighting. What kind of dog was it?
Sheepdog.
Sheepdog.
Could we have watched that?
Yeah. Could we
All right,
Could
settle
we do
down.
that next? Can we just actually all go watch that movie and re-record today?
I will do a blend. Budget $32 million and box office. Well,
Did all the budget go into making the one set they had because they couldn't film on location anywhere?
probably did. Probably a lot of it did. But there were a lot of stars in this.
32 million. So I'd say it made 10.
I'll be nice. It made 15.
18.
Oh,
Made
look
18.
at that.
Well, let's see who agrees with you then. Rotten Tomatoes, Mathew.
Oh
You
God.
didn't like this film? Do you think anyone liked it?
I'd say 35% audience and 25% critics.
I'm gonna go 40 audience and 30 critics.
You guys are going to be surprised. Critics, 62. 62% of critics that saw this movie said, yep, it's good, get out and see it. and 54% of audience. So half the people that watched it liked it. So I feel a little better that I'm not completely
Does it give
alone
you a
here.
counter? Was it 10 people?
I mean, when we get to the reviews, 345 people reviewed it. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's way more than that. It would be thousands of people. Okay, I'll give you a little trivia about this. So Sharon Stone bought the horse she used in the movie at the end of the film. In the scene where Gene Hackman slaps Sharon Stone, that wasn't scripted and her reaction was real.
Ballsy.
Yeah. Sharon Stone personally paid Leo DiCaprio's salary because the studio wouldn't pay to have him on the film. And she also handpicked Russell Crowe, which, by the way, this wasn't his first movie, but this was his first North American movie. Sharon Stone chose Sam Raimi as director because of the movie Army of Darkness. That's Evil Dead 3. Sharon Stone's jacket was authentic. It was over 100 years old. So she bought an authentic jacket from that period.
There's where the budget went.
There's where the budget went. And by the way, this is Sam Raimi trivia. Do you know that Sam Raimi produced Xena, Warrior Princess?
I love Xena.
I did not.
Did you say you love Xena?
Yeah.
I don't know how to figure you out, Matthew.
You're an enigma wrapped in a riddle.
Jesus Christ. Well, let's just go to the reviews and see what people thought of this. So there were 29 10-star reviews out of 345. So there's people that loved it. A guy called D. Rug said, if this movie doesn't get your pulse running from the very beginning, you are dead already. One of the best westerns of all time. Director Sam Raimi makes art out of every shot. Next review. Gene Hackman is a real asshole in this film and Leo gets killed, so you have a lot to root for. This film might not appeal to everybody. The genre requires a bit of intelligence to swallow. Take that, Matthew.
Oh, please. Swallow this.
I thought this movie was a 7 until I saw the backflip headshot. That bumped it to a 10. And there were, compared to the 29 10-star reviews, there were 21-star reviews. I think I picked 4 of them. I think 2 of them were from you guys. John Moody says, holes in head big enough to see the person who put them there, and people doing backflips after getting shot were just a few of the unbelievable things in this movie. Sam Raimi should stick to Spider-Man.
I'm sorry. This movie was so bad.
Wished it had been in 3D so one of the bullets could have come out and put me out of my misery. I recommend seeing this if you're mentally unstable or if all the Christopher Walken movies are rented at the video store. Red Wine has maybe had too much to drink when she says, I was offered a free copy of this movie but refused to include it in my collection.
Good for her, him, they, them.
Okay, Siskel and Ebert. So Siskel said it was well made, had an impressive cast, and was full of action, but said he was thoroughly bored at the repetitive quick draw scenario.
I will say, like, one of the things here is the core concept of a tournament. I don't think works as well for the Western as much as it does for, say martial arts or something, because it is just drawing a gun, which is fantastic for a good finale between characters you've built up. But maybe it's broken by the fact that they cut so much for every one of those. It's actually absurd. Like, we don't need to see everyone's eyes in the entire crowd. We don't need to see the clock 17 times.
Yeah, it's stylistic, and obviously stylistic that didn't work for you guys. Like I said,
Stylistic
it's one of the things
with no respect for people's time.
Well, except that the thing
This
with
movie
this,
had no respect for my time.
except that some people like that style, like me, right?
Don't get
I
defensive.
did.
Owen's getting actually defensive about the quick and the dead.
Well, Matthew, we watched White Knights for you. Okay?
Yeah, and you guys were brutal as well. So there you go.
Yeah, tap dancing, ballet, karate dance.
This movie actually would have been good if it did that.
I was going to say, I feel like I should have watched White Knight.
Okay, Siskel felt the same way. He said that Raimi has visual wit and liked what he did, but said the story was too repetitive and boring. 2 thumbs down.
There you go.
So, wow, these categories kind of lose their punch when no one liked it. Remake. Should this have a remake or sequel? I'm going to say...
It shouldn't have been made in the first place.
Okay. Is it too old or pure gold?
So the Quick and the Dead should have been a bullet. Instead, it's a ricochet. Too old.
Wow.
Wow.
It's definitely too old, but like we're blasting through categories here, and I do want to address the fact that our main character here, like Ellen, should have been such a cool character.
Yeah.
When we
But
began,
she was.
She wasn't.
she immediately backed down on all her strength. Like she comes into that film, she's acting like such a tough character. She's acting like Clint Eastwood. Like she's playing it up like a female Clint Eastwood, and I'm like, this is going to be great. And then you get the scene where she shoots Russell Crowe's character, down to save him, and you're like, this is great, right? Like she's the tough girl. She's the Clint Eastwood in the room.
Yeah.
And then the second it gets to real fighting, she's trying to back out. She's sad because she might kill someone. She's trying not to kill someone. She can't pull the trigger. She kills someone who is a horrible human being who is doing terrible things to that little girl. And she's so broken up about it, she tries to leave town. Like you strip all her strength away.
It's almost like women are more empathetic and sensitive than men.
She was not a killer. She was not the same as the Clint Eastwood characters. In the Clint Eastwood movies, he is a broken character who doesn't care if he lives or dies and is just willing to take revenge on anybody. In most of his films, he has that persona. Not afraid of dying, tough guy. This is a girl that has been through trauma that wants to seek revenge for her dad, but she is not a killer. So she struggles. She goes into the gunfight, and she's confident in her shooting, but she does not want to kill people.
I don't think they earned that because the character that walked up in the beginning of those movies had to have killed people to survive that world and have that attitude. To walk around that time period with that attitude, you've killed people. Like it's just, it doesn't function for the thing. And Anthony made a point of, women tend to be more emotionally aware. And that's fair, but there's a difference between being sympathetic to people and caring and being weak.
And not being out in the Wild West and doing the things you're supposed to do in the Wild West.
And think about that, the era that is represented there, right? Like if you walk around with that chip on your shoulder, people are going to challenge you.
Well, I don't think she had that chip. I mean, I think they set it up in the beginning nicely when the guy that came across her in the desert and she locked him up. She didn't kill him. Anyhow, interesting. I guess. Well, for me, it's pure gold. I mean, hilariously, this is a film I really enjoy watching. I watched it again and thought it was as good as the first time I saw it. It was fun because I love the westerns, and this is different than a conventional western. I like when somebody does something a little bit different.
Yeah,
and
you're with 50% of the population. Nothing wrong with that.
Opposite to you guys, I thought the character was strong. I thought it was well written. I like the fact that she's a capable gunfighter, but she doesn't want to fight. She doesn't want to kill people. How many times did she go into the guy that she wanted to seek revenge on and she didn't actually pull the trigger?
Yeah, she should have.
It wasn't until the end when he was starting to kill other people she cared about that she's
If she's such a sympathetic character, why did she blow up everyone's home at the end of the movie?
That's a great point. I did.
They have mortgages.
Literally blows up 80% of the town. She killed people. She killed random civilians in that final act.
I have to give you that. I noted that in worst parts. I'm like, why? I get blowing up his house, which was a beautiful house.
Yeah, that one's fine.
But she did kind of blow up some innocent victims. All right, I'll give you that.
Look, I can understand why people are entertained by this movie. I'm kind of leaning in a little harder because your defensiveness is funny. But
yeah, the best part of this episode is how actually defensive you got about this film. It's hilarious. You guys usually totally shit on movies. I don't get overly defensive.
But that's more fun.
Yeah, now
It feels funner when I do it.
It's your turn, buddy.
Well, I would just like to say, if you out there, if you don't want to watch this one, go check out the 1987 version. It was pretty good.
I love that you watched the wrong one.
That was an unfortunate mistake on my
Had a
part.
very,
Do the
very busy
87
few
one
weeks.
now, and then in the next podcast, Anthony talks about this one, and we talk about the 87 one.
I'm not sitting
Yeah.
through this after what you guys have told me.
Yeah, no, Anthony, do not do it, buddy.
See, now he's never going to see it thanks to you guys.
Yeah, no, you don't need to.
I blame Netflix's
Okay.
algorithm.
Well, this was a flop. I think I had more success with Blind Fury.
I love Blind Fury. That was a good movie.
It was good. Remo Williams, also good.
Decent.
Well, at least like they're proper cheese, right?
Yeah. Okay, well, I will take the hit on this one.
This might be our
I
shortest
showed-
episode ever.
Olen's gonna go cry for the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to hear about this all night at dinner today.
Oh no, you're gonna be stuck with him.
As in the ending of Indiana Jones 3, I chose poorly.
No, you chose well. This is fun.
Yeah.
Well, Matthew, you've had your turn in the barrel, so to speak. This was my turn. Next, we got to pick a movie Sean loves that we can all dump on.
Yeah, let's do that.
If you're starting to drift into 90s movies, so I'm 1,000% certain you can find terrible 90 movies I love.
Yeah, we're going to work at it and do that. Anthony, thanks for watching the wrong movie.
No problem. Glad I got up
Not-
early from work to grind through this one for you guys.
Not since the episode where we had to call Sean in 10 minutes before it and he hadn't watched the movie has anybody done such a good job.
I try. The things I do
not
for
gonna
this
spoil-
podcast.
I'm not going to spoil it for the listeners and tell them, but there's one episode out there that Sean only watched 10 minutes of the movie before he came in.
It was this
And
one.
then Gabe.
You're just setting it up so you can try and defend yourself later with this movie.
I want all the audience members
True.
to go back and try to find that, post it on our socials, and we'll tell you if you're right.
Do we have socials?
We do. Only want to plug them.
Yeah, thanks for being a fan. Yeah, we're on Instagram, 2 Old Pure Gold on Instagram. We're on Facebook as well. We are on Twitter or X or whatever people call it out there.
Oh, we're on all of the things.
We have our own website too.
Do we?
Jesus Christ.
I'm just the talent.
Thank you for being a fan.
You don't want to support the major streaming platforms,
Classic
you can
talent.
go right to our website direct.
Just so you know, every time I'm on the Aqua Bus with Steve, I always direct people to listen to the podcast.
Oh,
And they're usually tours from around the world, so I'm trying to get a global audience. So
that
there you
explains why we skew heavily to Aquabus.
go. Aqua Bus riders.
Yeah. Okay, guys, enjoy your day.
Thank you.
See you guys.
Thanks. Bye.
And we're out. Oh my God, Olen, that was fucking hilarious.
Okay.
You got so deflated, so sad. I was actually feeling bad for you.
Well, yeah.
I went through peaks and valleys where I felt really bad, and then I just kept leaning into it.
I mean,
I might be a bad son.
Sean not liking it didn't surprise me. I remember the airplane episode, but no, I'm literally a little bit shocked because I thought it was, look, I'll call it this, fun. It's not a great Western, but I thought it was fun. Matthew, you called it a comic book version. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes movies just don't hit, right? It's okay.
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes
That's why we do
don't.
this.
And the box office agrees with you guys, but that critic number, guys, 62% of critics.
That one surprises me.
They always surprise me. The ones I think they're gonna love, they hate, and vice versa.
Yeah, you have to question which critics.
Well, it's the professional ones. I only consult the professional.
Well,
Oh, well, very interesting.
Okay, I'm off to make fish finger borta. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
preheat the oven.
Enjoy those
everyone.
chicken nuggets.
Thanks. And thank you, Anthony, for the idea. I'm going to make them next time with the animal shaped on them. It's going to be hilarious.
Perfect.
See you later.
See you guys.
See you guys.